Good evening, everybody. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. And this Thursday night finds you guys doing amazing. Um, Let me know if you can hear me. So I see somebody type in there. Maybe it's Bruce. Cecilia. Hey, Ken. Okay, perfect. So it is working. That is good to know. And I see we have a few more people still joining. Thank you, Cecilia, for letting me know you can hear. That is great. And for everybody that's on tonight, great to see you all. I see Bill and Kim from out in California, along with Cecilia. I see Richard and Madeline down in Delaware. Maria, good to see you. Matt and Patty, George and Eileen, Clarence, Bruce, everybody, awesome to have you. Scott, good to have you on tonight as well. And let me zoom over here to our friends that are in the stream over here on YouTube. Jose, good to see you on tonight from down in Southwest Florida. You and I have been getting crazy weather down here. We've got this unbelievable low pressure system, lots of rain. Believe it or not, yesterday, Fort Lauderdale International Airport got 25 inches of rain in a day, and it flooded the airport. It shut it down. It is still shut down today. The whole airport was underwater. Unbelievable. So we are experiencing some much needed weather, some great rain, which we've been desperately needing down here. So I don't know what's going on in your neck of the woods. California has probably had plenty of rain, enough for a while. And a lot of other people are coming out of the weird winter that you guys have been having up in the Midwest, in the Northeast. And so I'm done talking about the weather. Anyway, if you're a guest tonight, my name is Ken, and I'm coming to you from South Florida, about an hour north of West Palm Beach on the east coast of Florida. Excited to be here with you tonight. I am not your presenter for the evening. I am the host. Tonight, we have an amazing couple that's coming to us from Chicago. And they have an amazing, beautiful young family. And the two of them are super fun, full of energy, and love this business that they're going to be talking to us about tonight. So if you're a guest, here's what I'd like you to do. I'd love for you to kind of sit back and take all of this in, okay? You're going to hear about a really interesting business model. And you're going to hear about something that's very different than when most people get a chance to see and take part in. At least that's my opinion, because it's very different. But to get back to this couple, this couple, their name is Carlos and Gaby Ospinal, and the two of them have a fun and kind of eclectic background. Carlos is a personal trainer and is into fitness, and he'll tell us a little bit about that. Gaby is, as I understand it right now, she is a stay-at-home mom, but her background wasn't in, I think, in literature, English literature, maybe something like that. That is what her degree is in. But with that, Carlos and Gaby, maybe you guys can hop on camera and we can make sure this is working. And we'll see. Should be, there we go. Maybe.
Hi.
All right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. We can hear you
Awesome.
loud and clear. So remind me, Gaby, what was your degree in?
Yeah, it was in literature. I mean, it was in English literature.
Okay,
And
there you go.
so, being a business owner, having parents who are business owners, allowed me to be able to study what I wanted to study instead of like, what would make you money. Because, definitely not a very profitable degree, but I liked it. I mean, I still do. So
Yes. Well, that's awesome.
definitely eclectic. I like the word you use. That's us.
Yes, I love it. So, but I look at the two of you as a fun, eclectic couple in that, from someone who studied literature to somebody who studied, or if you will, has been, especially in the last couple of years, really studying about fitness and healthy living and personal development. Well, you guys have both been into personal development.
We like to say wellness or fitness professional, but
Thank you very
You
much.
know,
That's it. Perfect. I knew I was getting the wrong
opposites
name in there
attract.
somehow.
That's definitely us. Is the those opposites complementing each other for sure.
Yes.
Love it.
Yes.
Love it. Well, listen, I'm going to throw the slides up and let's get started. You tell us a little bit about yourselves as we get going here.
Oh, hold on. It's slowing down as you're opening. Okay, no, we're good. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, like you said, you know, we are a little bit on the very, very different backgrounds or different, I guess, interest levels, but I think that it only has helped to strengthen the work that we do together. So that's something that was really, really important to me. I come from a business background, as in the sense of like my parents are business owners, within actually this same model. But even before they did this model of a business, they had, you know, traditional businesses in
Mhm.
Mexico where my parents are from. So that's always kind of been the mentality that I grew up with, is, you know, owning your own business, being your own kind of boss sort of thing. And although, you know, you could say that Carlos and I may have come with different interests and certainly different personalities to the table, I think it's only helped us to be able to connect better with people, because, you know, he can connect with the people who are extroverted, and I can, you know, kind of just calm the waters for the
I
people
don't
who
know.
are hiding in the corner.
I feel like I bring out the great introvert out from people and get
Yeah.
them. I turn them all into extroverts. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
There was a saying one day where they say that introverts trying to be extroverts, is like they're trying to write an essay with their left hand.
Oh, I like that.
With
That
enough
is,
practice, you can do it, right?
yeah,
If you think about it.
What it means is that they can't do it.
Yeah, you just
but
have to really practice.
and it's not
And
necessarily.
Anyway.
yeah, either way, I think that it has really, really helped. I mean, you know, he brings out the best things in me, and anything where I might be lacking, he's definitely got strengthened naturally, and same with me, vice versa. And I think that when we really delve into this business and all of the different things that it offers you, um, was when we really realized, like, wow, you know, this match here is really great, because certainly we come with things as individuals that we like, but for me it was very important that we still had something that we could do together as a couple.
Mhm.
And that's definitely been this business, and it's really fantastic for me to be able to build it with my husband, because that's something that's it's one of my values, you know, it's something that I grew up
Yeah,
with.
yeah, you know, and you know, it's a lot of things. Sometimes when you look at it, it's like I'm not stuck in one career. You don't
Mhm.
really feel stuck and being like, okay, well, this is what I have to do now.
Mhm.
You know, the business allows for that, like, molding of your own life and how you want to live it,
Mhm.
right? And so it really has helped us. Just it opened us up in a sense of, like, you know, we don't have to feel like we're stuck.
Yeah,
You
for
know,
sure.
there's so much more out there to do, and so many ways to earn extra income. There's so many ways to achieve dreams. And this is the one vehicle that we decided to use it on. You know, this is the one
Yeah.
where we found to be much more, at least she was, you know, she was born in it. She was
molded by it.
molded by it, you know.
Point to
Yes.
whoever
Me,
can say where that's
whoever knows
from.
where that's from, let us know. That's
Movie buffs over here.
yeah.
Sorry.
But for us, I mean, for me, you know, I did come from a background where my parents were employees at one point. Then my dad finally became a business owner himself in a different what's it called, field, because he's a chemist. And so that kind of opened up for me how to, you know, to build something for myself too, you know.
Mhm.
And I don't know, I think it's a beautiful thing to kind of feel that sort of like independence,
Yeah.
right?
And I mean, speaking of living on your own terms, is like Carlos said, you know, it definitely frees us up from being stuck in anything, because I think that you know, there's nothing wrong with having a career that you love, especially if it's something that you love, you know. But something that I've certainly seen is we started this business when we were just dating, and it has followed us along. There has been no point where it has not fit into our lives,
Mhm.
all along through, you know, getting engaged, getting married, starting our family, being new parents. Like, there has never been a time where we're like, wow, you know what, this business does not fit anymore. Like, all the contrary, it has shifted right along with us. And I think that that kind of independence that Carlos is talking about was really, really important to us. Like that's something that we value highly.
Yep.
And I think that that's something that a lot of people value nowadays as well. Like, um, you know, the changes that the world has brought on, for everybody, not just for us, for everybody, I think has definitely shifted the worldview and the mind view of, you know what, you can do a lot more things on your own now than you thought you could.
Hmm.
Or maybe now you have to do more things on your own than you thought you could. But it's definitely, I think, opened up our minds to the fact that um, we can do a lot more things on our own now. And now it's normal, right? Working from home is normal.
Hmm.
Those side hustles are normal. All of these kinds of things
I,
are
I
the
think,
new standard.
yeah, I would agree, of course. I would say that, you guys are younger than Jen and I, and younger kids. And what I see is the trend is people are looking for more flexibility in life. And
For sure.
they are sure they want a good career, that's fine, but they also want flexibility, and they also want um, more out of life than many times what a normal career can offer them. And so for a lot of people, what that means is they need to find another stream of income in addition to what
Mm-hmm.
they're doing, because they want some diversification. They want maybe either some extra income to do some fun stuff, or they want extra income to offset the crazy cost of everything right now, inflation, or just,
Yeah.
an extra buffer in
Yeah,
something.
absolutely.
Or they already recognize they are looking for a way to have somebody be home with a family and not have to work outside the home,
Yeah.
but they
Yep.
need the income. And so they're looking for ways to create more income with that flexibility. And I know you're going to talk about this, but it seems to me that while there are ways for people to have that happen, there are lots of different ways for people to make money. Most of them um, really come down to this idea of people downplay the hustle part. Um,
Mhm.
and most things are more complicated to do. Every business is. I mean, don't get me wrong. A lot of stuff
Yeah.
takes effort and
Yeah.
work, but it seems like most things today that are out there as opportunities are more complicated, harder than people think.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely. When it gets down to actually doing it, you realize nothing is free. Nothing is free
Exactly.
from whether it be time or effort or an investment of, say, a tool or something like that. Like, that's all going to be necessary when you're going to start to, look at what you're going to be side hustling, right?
So take a look at my business profession, right? Well, not business profession, my fitness professional. Um, I can't train someone without first having to study it. That's one thing. So I have to put time into my study.
Yep.
I need tools to get them stronger sometimes. So I have to, if it when during the pandemic, I basically opened my garage and built some stuff for fitness, right? And things like that, so that they can work out and all these other things. To do that costed money.
Hmm.
In order for that job to work, I have to be there to coach them too,
Hmm.
Mhm.
right? So it's still, even though I'm still building it, even though it's still on the side, I was still having to be there presently to get that done, right? So if there was another person over there, they're like, oh no, I don't want to go to your gym. I need you to come meet me here. So then I go over there, my drive,
Hmm.
everything has to kind of happen. So yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's that independence equation that we're seeing right there. It's that desire for more, so we're looking for something else, and you see an opportunity. I think that, with the way that things have moved in these past couple of years, a lot of people were looking for that opportunity for extra income, for just all of the reasons that you were mentioning. And obviously having skin in the game, that means like what are you going to give in return for this independence, right? Because
Mhm.
like I said, nothing is free. So
And and then this spot right here, whether everyone wanted independence or not, this is why a lot of people turn back to employment,
uh-huh.
is the fear of putting skin in the game.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And so even then, even with the equation in their hands to find that sort of side hustle independence, skin in the game was one of the ones that scared people the most,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
It's the investment. Oh no, I can't do that. The time. Oh no, I don't have that. The
Lack
the
of flexibility.
the risk,
Yeah.
flexibility,
Mm-hmm.
the risk, right? Like the risk factor. It's like, okay, well, I better have insurance if I'm, going to train here and some people are not. All of these things is skin in the game, in which while you have all the great ideas, you have your great want, you have the great opportunity, but when it comes down to the grind, that's the whole downplay of the
Yeah,
hustle.
where
That's
people, yeah, they
this the
downplay the
that's where the
hustle. Let's
downplay of the
not
hustle.
talk about the hustle because that's where things get real.
That's where you get scared, and we don't want you to get scared. We want you to be in the cloud, heads in the clouds.
Yes.
And this is where Gabby's helped me a lot too, because like I said, I come from that background of just time is money. That's my background. And so Gabby has always been able to say, okay, well, how are you going to make this where it is something where you don't have to rely on that anymore, where you don't have to be there. And so that's why we always come back to how this business helps us out in a lot of that, where my passion is to continue training, but I don't want that to be my main income.
Mhm.
I want that to be something I'm passionate about and have fun with. While the other one, whereas my business, where the money comes in, where money is giving me more time, right?
Right.
That is what I wanted. And that's where Gabby helps me a lot to do that too.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think it comes with a shift in mentality and realizing, okay, what is it that I have? What skin do I have to give, right? And where can I find something that is going to allow me to keep that up, right? Is to be able to work and build something that will eventually be able to continue to work even if I'm not necessarily there running that, right?
Mhm.
And um that that is what makes this business opportunity so unique, because there is definitely room um to build something and do something that is, time for money if you need a quick buck, and something that will give you that buffer like you said. And it also has this much greater potential. It has definitely something that not all of the other side hustles have, which is that opportunity to build something that's for you and your family on the longer term, right? Which is
Yep.
something that it's not going to be, you're not going to find that in maybe all of these other side hustles that will always be at the mercy of like their algorithm and how much they're willing to pay you for your hours, or how much they're willing to, what percentage cut you're going to get for the dog walks you do, or what
Yeah.
percentage you're going to get for the how much you're renting out your space. Like that's still dependent 100% on them. You have no control of that particular bit. And um that's where this really kind of separates itself, right? It really lends itself to a higher possibility of making the time that you invested in building something continue to grow and continue to, you know, um, do something for your family.
So I would say it like this, right? So we know hustling harder is not the goal for people. People want the result. We also know
Mm-hmm.
that what that means is there needs to be some element of control, right? So if you want some more independence or you want another stream of income, you have that desire for more. You like Carlos said, you need to have that skin in the game, right? There has to be that opportunity. There's all of that going on, but the control is the other aspect here that people are looking for, because I look at the skin in the game part as it's not just the risk, right, that people are concerned about in terms of potential loss. People are concerned about, am I going to be able to make time for something like this
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
when I know how most things end up turning, which is it's just a straight up trade time for money. And I'm
Yeah.
already super busy, and I don't know that that's going to work for me long term, because if that's all it is, I might as well just keep doing what I'm doing, because I'm already doing it, right? Or either working for somebody or whatever it is. So and that's to me, that is the beauty of the Amway business. It's that we have the ability here to help somebody get out of the rat race where they can build something that is a little bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of
Absolutely.
interesting. So I know
Is
we
to
talk
give
about it.
that flexibility.
Yeah, we talk about it like this, right? What did we say before? We talk about it being an on your terms type of business. And I think that's what's exciting about this, where you can work
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
anywhere. It's low risk. Hours don't necessarily equal
Right.
dollars. And you're able to
Mm-hmm.
do something that is different, right? That you can build something here that is different. And there are a lot of people on tonight that are already
Absolutely.
doing that. I don't know if we have some guests on this evening or not, either via YouTube or watching a little bit later, or here sitting with somebody else. Um, but if I was going to say something, what's different here is that this is unique in that there aren't a lot of other things that touch on all the stuff we've talked about so far.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you're really looking at it, I mean, all of the things that we've kind of been talking about is, you know, that risk factor. Like we said, I mean, you always have to have something that you're willing to give, right? Otherwise, nothing is free. But really, the amount of time needed, the amount of investment needed, especially in comparison with all of these other side hustles, is so much more diminished here. You
Yeah.
have what tools do you need to have? You already have it. Oh, mine's is charging. Sorry.
She
You already have it.
she almost
This
pulled the whole
investment,
system
I just
down.
almost brought everything down with me. You have this already. So as far as the tool that you need to build your business,
Yep.
you probably already invested in it. And because of it, you can work from anywhere. And the amount of time that you put into it is really up to you. And it's like I said earlier, this is so moldable to whatever stage of life you happen to find yourself in. I began this business when I was starting college, and it has followed with me. And at no point have I been like, wow, you know what? I just can't do this anymore. Like, this
Yeah.
business is asking too much of me, or never. It has never, if anything, it has benefited me. It has supported me through some really, um, rocky times, right? So, when my father was sick, I was able to take care of him full time. And I remember being, in his therapies, when he would go and receive his therapies, and there being other people that were there as well, and they were receiving their therapy by themselves. Not because, I have no doubt that it was not because they were not cared for at all, but it was a Tuesday at 1 p.m. Like, chances are, whoever they have taking care of them has to work at that time. And thanks to, the fact that this business was with me at the time, I can say I'm blocking off this time to go and be with my dad and spend this time with him, and accompany him while he's getting his therapies and stuff like that. So these are the kind of things that I really want us to think about, the accompaniment that this business allows us for. That's definitely not something that you would be able to um employ with a lot of the other things here. So what's really important to notice is that sense of control, and that sense of that differentiates it from everything else.
So let's talk about this for a
It's
second.
definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so let's talk about this for a second. So how does this work? So we've been talking about the Amway business, and if you don't know anything about it, it's a health and wellness business. It's about super exclusive, high quality products and services that the service meaning the ability for you as a business owner to provide these products to somebody in a way to help them live a better life. But tell us a little bit about what you've seen and how this works.
Yeah. So I hope you don't mind. I'm gonna cheers to. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're the one who knows how to do the whole show.
You ready? You ready? This is like ASMR stuff.
Here. Give me my drink.
Oh, sorry. She was thirsty.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, guys. No, this is a really great business, guys. Well, the business that that we are in currently, it does allow us to have that certain control, right?
Mhm.
Where we still have I guess I like to put it this way. I like to be somewhere where there's high value in things, right? And when you look at what Amway really does, they put a lot of value
Mhm.
into everything that they do, right?
Yeah.
Down to the core beliefs that they have, right? To help people, right?
Mhm.
To help them get some hope back in, right? I mean, in a world where it feels lost, right? There's still, or not even just think about the world, think about your own world, right? Where you feel like you're losing control of your finances, or you're losing control of building something for yourself. Right here, it gives you that opportunity to bring back that light to say, you know what, I can do something.
Mhm.
I actually can get something done, like for myself, right? There's that hope, right? There's a rewarding experience for yourself and for your family, right?
Mhm.
All of this is to help people live better lives, right? And they do it not only in just saying things, not only in a little like a great business to have it in, but they bring products that still like reflect that,
Yeah, those
right?
core values definitely reflect throughout the entire stem of products that they manufacture. So it's something that you can feel really proud of using for yourself. I mean, I have grown up with this company, so for me it's not even just a matter of of analyzing it as a company. It's literally like my family, but if you want to analyze it as a company, which I definitely invite you to, it is a fantastic company because it has those core values have rippled through everything that they do. So they're not
Mhm.
going to put out a product that is not going to go along with giving you something that's safe, effective, pure, and all of their health lines. In from space, most things. So you can be super health like Carlos, right? And like the energy drinks and like the the sports nutrition kind of aspect of it. You
Yep.
can get into like the whole beauty line. But even if you're just looking at it as like you're like, well, I don't know about any of that stuff. You know about brushing your teeth. You know about cleaning your home. You know about washing your clothes and all of these things. So it starts from the most basic parts of your life. And that's something that's very, very important to me because I know that the safety and effectivity of these products is going to be healthy for my family. So
Mhm.
even from the most basic things of, brushing my child's teeth and washing their clothes and the lotions that I put on their body, I mean, it's 100% safe. So I feel good about using these products for my family, and that just reverberates in everything else. I mean, sharing those products with people is not difficult because it's something that you already feel so passionate about. You already see how the world starts to kind of really investigate these other products out there, and you realize, wow, we have some really good stuff. You know what I mean? Like we have things that are safety tested and that are good for the environment and that are because they're good for the environment, they're good for you.
Yep.
So that's why I love this. Like I said, through all of the stages in my life, right now being a mom, I love that these products are safe from the very basic cleaner to brushing your teeth and all of these things that you put on your body, and knowing that it's safe and it comes from a really good place. It means the world to me, and it's easy to share.
And just look at the way that it's kind of like how Kenneth said, we have this dynamic where I run into things where it's like more of a nutrition side. I can still continue what I'm doing and also build a business at the exact same time from anywhere I'm at,
Mhm.
right? Gabby is a family oriented person, her kids, so she reaches out to families um who have kids, who are looking for safe products for their kids, who are looking for safe vitamins, who are looking for when they're cleaning their house. They're looking for something that's not going to affect their children with heavy chemicals. When just brushing their kids' teeth, they're looking for
Mhm.
something that's not going to, damage their teeth. All of this, right, is Gabby's like forte, right? Um, you
And
know,
all of this being said, I mean, Carlos says it like it's my forte, like I'm out there like saving moms and like giving them, kids their vitamins. Like,
she does
really?
have, you guys don't know, but she does have super mom outfit underneath.
I don't.
Yes. She as soon as she rips
It's
it out,
not.
it's like super mom.
It's so crazy because really it's the stuff just kind of speaks for itself. I
Yeah.
promise I don't even go out there being like, you need to give your kids vitamins. No, not at all. I have moms just coming up to me like, your kid doesn't get sick as often. Why? Right? Well, he just, he takes his vitamins. What vitamins is he taking? My kid is sick all the time. And like little stuff that I promise I'm not even going down mom's throats. Like he's the extroverted one. And I'm the one with all the mom friends who are like, I need a pack of this, I need a pack of that. Because I mean, I promise I'm not even going down and like knocking on their doors or anything like that. It's just something that I feel so happy and thankful to be able to offer my family that it shows.
And I share
It
excess.
shows.
I share excess all the time. You get an excess, and then you get an
Yeah.
excess, and then you
Are
get an
you
excess.
a tired parent? You get an excess. Yeah. I mean, that
We have a lot of fun.
It
Yeah.
definitely saves.
And we really get to kind of do this anytime we want to, whether it's late at night or right after or before my work schedule. Gabby, sets the kids down, put them to sleep. She's on her phone and she's sending messages out to some people, kind of doing some follow-ups. And again, we had to take some time to, when our kids were born, each one of them, we had to take about like 2-3 months to just slow down, focus on our child and our sleep. But we really took it time. But then once we came right back into it, it's not like everything fell,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We really continued to grow, and that's that low risk, right? Where it's like you don't have to be there completely. If you need to take some time or need to go slow at a place, whatever pace you want, just go for it.
This
But
company is solid. It is not going anywhere.
Yeah.
You need to take a little, a little time. It's not going anywhere. It's going to be right there exactly where you left it. And here's the thing. I mean, it does not matter if you have a newborn, if you don't, if you have a teenager, if you are currently in college or going back to school. None of that matters because you still have to brush your teeth. You still have to wash your clothes.
even if
So
you're retired,
your
you gotta still
business is
yeah.
still there. I mean, it's not going to go anywhere, right? It's not those
Right.
things that you still have to do are still there. And like I said, it has accompanied us perfectly because, through all of the different needs in your life stages, you're going to have a company that's going to provide you with these
Yeah, it's
fantastic
adaptable and it's
products.
relevant, right? And it's still
Yeah.
on trend in terms of its products and everything else. So the other thing that's fun about this, right? And Carlos, you just threw the slide up, is that the business model itself, because that's what we're talking to people about tonight here, right? So if you're looking for a way to earn some extra money and diversify your income, well, how could you do that? Well, here with this type of model, you have something that can go beyond the just transactional business that so many um, normal side businesses are. And I say, we call it side hustle, side business. The reason we say that is because for most people, they have a plan A. They have a job that they're doing or did or whatever, and then they're doing something on the side. That's their kind of their plan B. Sometimes a plan B can turn into a plan A.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
ideal for a lot of people. But for many people, it stays a plan B, but it offers that supplemental income. Well, here, you have the ability with the Amway model to have this, we call this one-to-many model, right? Where because of the products that Carlos and Gabby, that the two of you were just talking about, you can develop recurring customers because people buy that stuff over and over and over again because they keep needing that stuff and they like it when it's high quality and it's delivered by somebody who's knowledgeable and giving them good service. I say delivered, you're delivering the information and the content. Typically, you may or may not deliver products. A lot of times with this business, you order from your phone, it's drop shipped directly to the customer or to fellow business owners. Or it could come to you and you could drop it off because you're going to see them once a week, and you're like, sure, listen,
Right.
I'll just place it with my order, and you can pay me later or something like that. But the idea here is that it's kind of relationship focused as opposed to just transactional. And here you have the
Mm-hmm.
opportunity to build a team. And that is the big difference here, is that with this business, you can build a community of like-minded people that are doing the same thing as you. They don't work for you, right? They work with you, they work for
Mm-hmm.
themselves, and you can benefit from it.
Yep. Yeah, and that's exactly where we were able to see that um long-term kind of thing, right? Because there were certainly moments in our life where it allowed for us to definitely be able to um help and train and start up and help people start up their business, you know what I mean? And that was something that was taken advantage of. And when it came time to being like, oh, you know what, I need to step away for a little bit, that time that we had invested in people. And I remember my dad would always say, like, if you want to build in something, if you want to invest in people. And that he's like, build people, help build them up, encourage them, and that will always pay you back. And I have seen it pay me back even from stuff that my dad has. He built people up, and that has come to benefit me. Um, so it's multi-generational, even both from an actual like legal standpoint, and also from like just a emotional and relational standpoint, is something that when you start to help others, right, and they start to see a benefit. Maybe it's just a benefit from a really great product. It can be that simple. I mean, you don't have to have this hidden agenda with anybody. It could just be somebody who's genuinely thankful for a really great product and
Yep.
wants to know a little bit more about where you got it and what you're doing and how you're building it. And that, like, it's like the slide is saying, it's relationship focused. It's
Mm-hmm.
building on this trust that you're building with people. Again, not with any kind of hidden agenda. It's just genuine.
Yep.
I like these vitamins for my kids. You tried them out, they helped your kid, and now there's this trust that was built because we shared something that was beneficial for somebody that we cared about. And your team can just kind of build itself based off of people, like you said, that are like-minded, that see a benefit in what you're doing and what you're building and who you're associated with, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
you get to really kind of choose. I guess not in a sense to choose, but as you build relationships, they kind of just form with you, and you
Mm-hmm.
form that team that uh molds on your integrity and your lifestyle, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and that becomes something that it's so expansive, right? And you can really expand to no limits, to how far you want to build people, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
How far you want to have them. And it's not about, you just like give them something. It's you look for them to find the resources, right? Um like you give them some tools for them to grow on their own, to become someone that they're looking to be, something that they want to mold themselves into, you look for a company that is going to be able to give you that sort of support for products, give you that sort of support for your clients when they
Mm-hmm.
need to then have difficult questions. Um, you really get to build more for yourself. You really develop more. I mean, honestly, it's a great opportunity to become right. There's a lot of there's this saying that, and recently I kind of been switching it for some people because when I'm training them, they were like, "Oh, fake it till you make it." I'm like, "No, be it till you become it." Right? So you want to be this business owner. In order for you to be the business owner, you got to read what business owners do. You got to emulate your mentors, right? To see what they do so that you be that, and eventually you become, right, that business, right? You don't fake it here. You really become something, right? And so essentially once you're built, it's kind of like how Gabby said, when it's like we had to take some time off, but because of these people who have become their own business owners, the team stayed intact,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so when we came right back into after, building little children, right? Little mini us, we realized they were still winning, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
They were still becoming something, and you give them those resources. I mean, the possibilities of, changing the world, I guess, if you will, is greater than a lot of things that are out there, you
Yeah.
know?
Agreed.
And we're very, positive, lofty people. We definitely have ginormous aspirations and those kinds of things. But even if you're just here and you're like, well, I need something that's gonna, help my family go on a vacation, right? I mean, look, like I said, I grew up with this business. I have a husband who naturally just likes dreaming big. No one had to teach him to do that. Um, but I know my dad started this business because he had just gotten $200 cut from his pay. That was it. And so he's like, if I could get those $200 back from here, like that'd be cool. Maybe that's you too. That's cool too. I mean, that's totally 100% viable. I mean, what's really, really awesome, and it makes us excited again because we're just kind of big dreamers and stuff like that, and we
But
like
no
the potential of it.
no dream is too small, is what they say, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. So, that's something that gets me excited too, is even just like helping somebody to meet certain needs that they have for their family that are kind of a little bit more immediate. That makes me more than excited to help them with that as well.
So I would say this, kind of revisiting, okay, kind of recapping here, I guess, as we close this out. What is this all about? This is a business that can help you live on your own terms, whatever that means for you,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's big expectations, whether it's long term dreams, whether it is um, a little bit of extra money, like we were talking about, which quite frankly, that's what most of us see in the beginning. Most of us see, we
Yeah.
think about a dollar amount. We think about $300, $400, $500, maybe $1,000 a month. We think, listen, if somebody could show me how to do that in the time I have available, after I do all the things that I have to do, and you can show me how to do that, you can support me in doing that. It's relatively low risk. I'd be interested in looking at that. And then you say, well, yes, we have all that, and we have products that are on trend. We have high quality. We have 180 days satisfaction guarantee on the products. If after halfway, you're halfway done with that bottle of supplements or that laundry detergent, you decide this is terrible, I don't like it, which you won't. But if you did decide that, Amway will take it back and give you your money back. No questions asked. They'll just say, okay, I'm sorry to hear that. Here's your money back. Because they know they can stand behind their high quality product and they can stand behind us because of what this is all about. So I look at it like this. If you're here today, and you guys can jump in at any point, if you're here today, you obviously, if you're a guest today, you've got a desire for more, or you wouldn't be here. So you're already starting to fill out this independence equation, right? If you're thinking about, the opportunity for extra income, the opportunity for more, well, it's here.
Yeah.
Whether you're looking to make, like I said, $100 a month, or $1,000 a month, or several $1,000s a month, or more, that opportunity is here because of the type of compensation plan that we talked about.
Exactly.
And what about skin in the game? What would you guys say in terms of the risk?
I mean, in terms of the risk, like I said, the majority of the tools that you need to build it, you already have it, right? It's in those extra bits of time that you have. And if you're really looking for like the annual registration, it's once a year you renew your business. It's not even $100, right? I think it's like $76.
Which sounds crazy.
It is. It does sound. It's absolutely nuts because I
For
definitely spent more than
for
at Target
for
yesterday
she spent
than
more
my
at Target.
business.
Exactly. You spend almost as much on gas. But like the thing is like you really, for everything that it involves, right? Everything that comes in a package, right?
And the ginormous potential that it holds as well.
It's almost unreal how $76 annually it is.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But of
and
course, There's,
And there,
you know,
and there is,
there's no purchase requirements. Go ahead. Sorry.
no, I was just gonna, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just gonna say there is opportunity that you can spend some more money on additional training and some
Yeah.
personal development, just like there is with
Yep.
anything else. But there's also a lot
Correct.
that's available for free from the Amway Corporation, and there's more, you know?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. And here's something that I will say. Um, when it comes to just the things that you need to start up,
Yeah.
right? You just want to start it up. I want to really get it going. You have the person that invited you tonight, right? Or that's showing you this video. You have your phone, and then you sign up for 76 bucks, right? There is nothing else that is required of you outside of that. But then again, let's notice that nothing is free of nothing, right? You still have to put in, um, you know, let yourself be guided by that person who's inviting you. And here's that really, really important part. That person who invited you is part of this team. It's part of this iCommerce team, right?
Yeah.
That is the most valuable part of this entire business opportunity for me. That's just me speaking because, like I said, what is required to start up your business? 76 bucks. Have a phone. I mean, technically, you don't really have to have a phone, but I mean, it's, you probably already
Radio
have
for
it
everybody
anyway.
does, right?
It's yeah, it's actually not really part of the requirements, but it's probably something you already have. But that person that invited you is part of a team that is full of people who have done it, have success in their hands, who are still currently building it. And that is really the very most valuable thing, because in any business that you employ, whether it be traditional, whether it be these cool new side hustle ideas that are popping up in everything, I can guarantee you that whether you build a traditional business or you do one of those side hustles, you're going to have questions. You're going to have questions like, wait, hang on, what about this thing here? Or what about that thing here? And in a lot of those other things, you don't have anybody there to help you with that. You don't have anyone, or even if they do exist, I mean, they're more than likely a competitor, and they're probably not going to want to give you any of those kind of secrets. That's not the case here. You have somebody who's accompanying you through your journey and who has access to a wealth of information and resources that are all built to help you have success in your business.
Mhm.
And that is really key. Like, that is really such a special part of it, because I think that, like I said, you're going to go through, I mean, life happens for everybody,
Mhm.
and you can't predict what's going to be there, but you're going to have somebody who's going to be there accompanying you through that. And that's what really gives you that freedom, right? To be able to say, hey, guess what? I'm going back to college for this. Or, hey, guess what? I'm starting my family. Hey, guess what? I'm getting married. Hey, guess what? I'm like, all of these different things and life things that happen. You're going to have somebody that's going to help you troubleshoot through these things, right?
Mhm.
With your business. How are you going to help your business grow through all of these things? And they've gone through those things with you. And when you have that, that's what's really gonna let your dreams sail.
When I started this business a long time ago, I thought it was so huge that I was so scared. I was literally scared. I mean, we were what, 18 years old?
Yes.
Scared. But when I saw that everyone had each other's backs,
Mm-hmm.
when there was mentors willing to help you out whenever things had to change, whenever I had to study, growing up, everything, I was
Yeah.
much more confident in the team that I was in, that it didn't matter what business it was. I was so excited to be part of something big. And even then, I mean, I'm still here, right?
Yeah.
Still here with one of the, with you, Ken, still here with a couple of people that I recognize on the chat. I'm still here. We're still here to continue to be with um just anyone who wants to grow with us, and
Exactly.
more than often than not, just we invite every one of you guys to really look into a place where you really can live on your terms.
Yeah.
A
Totally agree.
team that will help you find it too. Find that spark again. A business, a corporation that will back you up in great and quality products so you can be confident with, right? And most importantly, an opportunity for you to grow as a person for who you want to become.
Yep. Whenever you're ready, guys, we're here. We're part of the team, and it's a great honor.
Yes.
So
Listen,
welcome.
thanks so much. Great presentation. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Looking forward to the next time you tune in with us to connect with this. Listen, if you're a guest tonight, get back with the person that invited you. I'm sure you have
Yeah.
questions, just like Carlos and Gabby talked about. The fun thing about this business is here you can get your questions actually answered by somebody who wants to help you succeed because they only benefit when you benefit. And so it's a very different, cool business. Let them show you a little bit of how the money works, how the actual mechanics of the business work. And I think you'll be impressed because it really is something that has a different type of model. So thanks again, Carlos and Gabby. Great presentation tonight. For those of you that are up in the Northeast, we do have a training convention, a business convention in Spanish in Long Island, New York this weekend. Jen and I are actually flying out to it tomorrow. We're going to be out there with some friends for that. And then Sunday, we're going to be in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania with some of the folks that are on tonight. If you're in that area of the Northeast and you'd like to come to a great workshop, we're going to have one Sunday afternoon. Reach out to me or somebody on the team, and we'll be happy to help you get more information about that. And other than that, Carlos and Gabby, you have a great rest of your night, great rest of your week and weekend.
Thanks, Ken.
And same to all of
Same.
you. Have a good night,
Yeah.
everybody.
See you guys. See you guys on the chat, and hopefully we see everyone somewhere time soon. Okay. Be safe. Be
Love it.
healthy.
Love it. See you guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.